She was 68, a retired teacher from Peshawar named Natsia, who used to spend her evenings sitting in silence, her hand pressed against her lower back, just trying to find one position where the pain didn't scream. For 15 years, she lived in quiet agony, prescribed painkillers that did little more than fog her mind, herbal teas that promised magic but delivered nothing, and a drawer full of creams that smelled like a pharmacy but healed nothing. That night, while her family watched TV, she sat in her kitchen, stirring a cup of warm water when her eyes fell on a memory-an old leaf drying in a book her grandmother once gave her. Comfrey, just the name brought back stories, tales of village women rubbing crushed leaves into joints, stories of healing before pills even existed, and something shifted. She didn't wait. She took the dried comfrey, gently crushed it in her palms, wrapped it in a thin muslin cloth, and warmed it using steam from her kettle. With her breath held and heart thumping like a drum, she placed it against her spine. At first, nothing. Then, a subtle warmth, a tingling, not pain movement. The kind of relief that doesn't shout but whispers, "You're going to be okay." Within hours, she could bend slightly. The next morning, she walked to the garden. It wasn't a miracle. It was consistency.
You're my man?
And from that night, her journey began, not toward a cure, but toward a different life. If you're sitting there rubbing your back again and again, hoping the pain goes away with time, listen carefully. This isn't fantasy. This is about giving your body the chance to respond to nature's touch. You don't need to believe in miracles. You just need to believe in trying again with wisdom. There's a pain that never shows on the X-ray, kind of silent suffering that begins when you can't tie your shoe, when you hesitate before picking up your grandchild, or when you pretend your stiff spine is just part of aging. But you know deep inside, it's not just your back, it's your freedom. It's the life you once had, the morning walks, the carefree laughter, the joy of dancing at a wedding that now seems out of reach. For those between 45 and 90, chronic back pain can slowly become a silent thief. And that thief doesn't just steal movement, it steals confidence, posture, even relationships. You start saying no to things, you decline invitations, you stop living. Slowly, one ignored pain at a time. And the worst part, everyone around you thinks it's just normal aging. But here's the truth. Yes, aging bodies change. But that doesn't mean they must suffer. This script isn't offering false promises. You won't hear me say, rub this once and fly like a teenager. No, what I offer is truth. Back pain can be softened, managed, even reversed in some cases, not by ignoring it or swallowing stronger pills, but by waking up your body's own ability to heal. It starts with understanding that pain is a message, and your body, at any age, still wants to respond to care. The question is, are you ready to finally listen to it? Imagine this. You wake up, sun is barely peeking through the curtains, and you already know it's going to be a painful morning. The first move out of bed feels like dragging an old car through cold oil. But what if, before the pain had a chance to settle in, you could use one simple kitchen remedy to melt that stiffness away? It starts with a warm spoon, not magic turmeric and coconut oil. You take a spoon of turmeric, mix it with warm coconut oil until it forms a golden paste. Then gently rub it between your hands and massage it into your lower back. No need for machines, no expensive gadgets, just your hands, your breath, and a bit of warmth. As you massage in circular motions, you'll feel the warmth spread, not burning, but awakening. That turmeric, rich in curcumin, doesn't promise miracles, but it does offer real anti-inflammatory support. And the coconut oil? It's not just a carrier, it nourishes, soothes, and allows absorption deeper into tissues. This is how the elders did it before pharmacies, before modern painkillers dulled the senses but never healed the cause. And if done right, every morning can begin not with pain, but with a sense of calm. You'll walk to the kitchen with more ease, maybe even pick up that teacup without wincing. That's progress. Not instant miracles, just daily wins. This trick may sound too simple, but simplicity is often the most powerful medicine when done with care and consistency. Try this tomorrow. Let your back feel what warm nature feels like. There's something magical about peppermint, not just its scent, but the way it touches the skin like cool wind brushing across hot stone. For anyone over 50, you know what heat feels like trapped in your lower spine after standing too long. Peppermint essential oil, when used wisely, is like nature's own gentle anesthetic. But this isn't about pouring oil straight onto skin that can cause burns. No, we do this the right way. Take a few drops of peppermint oil and mix it in a tablespoon of olive or coconut oil. Now gently rub it into your back using your knuckles, slowly, like kneading dough. The menthol and peppermint triggers the cold receptors in your skin, which blocks pain signals before they even reach your brain. But it doesn't just numb, it calms, improves blood flow, and creates space in tight muscles. The scent alone helps you breathe deeper, and that relaxation. It's not placebo, it's real. Pair this with a warm compress afterward, and the results multiply. Some people apply this oil before a warm bath, some after a hot shower, but the key is this: never rush. Make it a ritual. Light music, dim light, slow breath, and hands that speak to your body. Pain doesn't like attention, it fades when you stop fearing it and start caring for it. For viewers in their 60s and 70s, peppermint oil can be a daily friend. And the best part, it's not addictive. It doesn't make you drowsy. It simply works with your body, not against it. That's the kind of healing we're after. If I told you the same cabbage you slice into your salad could help ease your back pain, would you believe me? Because hidden in those humble green leaves is a natural anti-inflammatory compound used by grandmothers long before us. And no, this isn't about eating it, it's about applying it. Take a few outer cabbage leaves, thick green and full of veins. Rinse them and place them in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Then, take them out and crush them lightly with a rolling pin or bottle to release the internal juice. Place these cool leaves directly onto your lower back and cover them with a cloth. What happens next surprises most people. That cooling, not just surface-level relief. The cabbage draws out heat and inflammation, working like a natural cold compress with added phytochemicals that reduce swelling. Within 20 minutes, many feel lighter, calmer, more mobile. This is especially useful after long days or sudden muscle flare-ups. It's gentle, it's accessible. And for many over 60 who are sensitive to heat treatments or heavy ointments, this method brings soothing comfort without side effects. No smell, no sting, no risks. Just a leaf that works quietly and powerfully. For best results, alternate cold cabbage compresses in the evening with warm applications in the morning like the turmeric paste. This balance of hot and cold mimics the body's own rhythm of healing. And what's most important, you didn't need a single chemical to do it. There's something deeply healing about warm water, not just physically, but emotionally. It cradles the body like a mother would her child, and for those who've carried back pain for years. Sometimes all you really need is to feel held. Epsom salt isn't just salt. It's magnesium sulfate, something your muscles crave but rarely get enough of, especially after 50. A warm bath with 2 or 3 cups of Epsom salt turns your tub into a healing pool. As the salt dissolves, the magnesium is absorbed through your skin, directly into tired tissues, stiff joints, and overworked nerves. You don't need to do anything, just soak. Let your legs stretch, your shoulders fall back, your spine soften. The pain? It begins to dissolve not instantly, but gradually like fog lifting after sunrise. Light a candle, put on calming music, close your eyes and breathe. This is not laziness. This is medicine. If you don't have a bathtub, use a large bucket to soak your feet, it still works. Because once magnesium enters your body, circulation improves, inflammation calms, and healing begins. Seniors who do this twice a week often report not only pain relief, but deeper sleep and fewer nighttime spasms. This is your time. Make it sacred. A 20-minute bath that costs less than a cup of coffee can do what some medications can to restore a sense of peace. That's not fiction. That's what healing feels like when you give your body what it actually needs. The smell of fresh ginger sizzling gently in warm olive oil is like a trip back in time. It's the scent of village kitchens, of healing hands, of people who knew how to work with nature instead of fighting it. For chronic back pain, this ancient method has never stopped working. It's just been forgotten. Take a thumb-sized piece of fresh ginger, grate it finely. Heat it gently with 2 tablespoons of olive oil until the aroma rises. Then, remove from heat and let it cool just enough to be warm to the touch. Place it inside a clean cloth or gauze and press it gently on your lower back. Cover with a dry towel to retain the heat. As the warmth spreads, it penetrates layers deep into tight muscles and inflamed tissue. Ginger is a natural anti-inflammatory, while olive oil carries the heat and moisture into places creams can't reach. Do this while lying down, eyes closed, letting the scent calm your breath. If you've ever had pain that throbbed at night or locked your spine after sitting too long, this simple compress can become your evening rescue. It's not high-tech. It's high-tech. It's about giving your body something real. Many over the age of 60 find this especially helpful in cold months, when joints tighten and stiffness wakes you up before the alarm. This isn't a temporary fix, it's a ritual. It's one that brings back feeling in places you thought were gone forever. Pain doesn't always need to be fought. Sometimes it just needs to be listened to and answered with care. There's pain that begins in the muscles, and then there's the pain that begins in the mind. Stress, anxiety, emotional exhaustion, they don't just break the heart. They tighten the back, stiffen the neck, and make every movement feel like climbing a mountain. That's why lavender isn't just a fragrance, it's therapy. A few drops of lavender essential oil, mixed with a tablespoon of coconut or almond oil, can become your evening massage ritual. Sit on a chair, rub your hands together, inhale deeply, and start massaging the base of your spine in slow circles. Not just the muscles, let your fingers talk to the tension. As the scent fills the air, your nervous system begins to slow down. Cortisol drops, your breath deepens, and your muscles, they finally let go. This isn't psychological. Lavender affects the amygdala, the emotional control center of the brain. That's why so many seniors who deal with chronic back pain find immense relief not just from the touch, but from the smell itself. Especially those who find sleep difficult, or who carry years of stress in their shoulders. Lavender oil isn't about fixing the back. It's about calming the body so the back can heal itself. And when used after a warm bath or before bedtime, it becomes more than treatment, it becomes part of your nightly prayer for peace. A few drops, a few minutes, and an entire night of comfort. That's how simple healing can be. If you've ever walked through a garden at dusk and crushed a sprig of rosemary between your fingers, you've already felt its power. That sharp, invigorating scent that seems to wake every cell in your body now, imagine it massaged into your tired back. Rosemary is more than a cooking herb. It's a circulatory stimulant and pain reliever that's been used for generations to ease muscle soreness and joint fatigue. To make your own rosemary massage oil, take a handful of fresh rosemary branches, crush them slightly, and soak them in olive oil for 2 days. Then strain it and use it warm, not hot, directly on the back. The oil soaks into stiff muscles, and the scent awakens not just your senses, but your energy. It's especially helpful for those who experience photograted pain that builds slowly throughout the day. This massage oil helps improve blood flow to the back, nourishing the tissues and reducing stiffness that builds after long hours of standing, walking, or even resting in the wrong position. And let's not forget the mental effect. Rosemary's aroma boosts alertness and mood, often helping those who feel drained or emotionally low from chronic pain. This therapy isn't just for the body. It's a message to your soul. You're alive. You still have strength. And every time you feel that warmth in your back, remember it didn't come from a pharmacy. It came from the earth, from your own effort, from your own hands. And sometimes that makes all the difference. Not all healing has to come from heat. Sometimes the most powerful remedy is pulled from the soil itself. Green clay, when warmed and mixed with herbs like arnica or lavender, becomes one of nature's oldest pain treatments, because it doesn't just soothe, it draws. Mix 3 tablespoons of green clay with warm water or herbal infusion until it forms a smooth, thick paste. Spread it generously on a cloth and lay it over your back. Cover it with another towel and relax for 30 to 40 minutes. As it dries, the clay pulls toxins, inflammation, and stagnant energy out of the skin. You'll feel a gentle cooling, a grounding sensation, as if your body is being reset. For adults between 45 and 90, especially those who've tried multiple medications with no long-term results, this method can be a game-changer. It doesn't cause irritation, doesn't require massage, and is especially helpful for people with sensitive nerves or deep-seated pain that resists other methods. After the session, rinse with warm water and notice the lightness, the shift. Some even report better posture and less tightness immediately after use. This isn't modern hype, it's ancient wisdom confirmed by modern understanding. Clay works because the body recognizes nature. And in a world full of chemicals, screens, and distractions, this is your invitation to go back to something real, something silent, something powerful. If you've never felt a therapy that removes pain instead of adding something to hide it, try this once and you'll understand. There's a moment right before sleep when the body begs for relief, when your lower back pulses and your shoulders ache from a long day of fighting gravity. That's when eucalyptus steps in, not with a loud entrance, but like a deep breath you didn't know you needed. This isn't just about applying oil. This is about steaming. Boil a pot of water and toss in a handful of eucalyptus leaves or a few drops of essential oil. Cover your head with a towel and inhale the vapors slowly, allowing the warmth to enter your lungs, your sinuses, and most importantly, your spine. You'll feel it a release, like your muscles unlocking one by one. Eucalyptol, the active compound. ASNT just for colds. S. Also a natural anti-inflammatory that seeps into muscle tissue through the steam and begins to break the tension layer by layer. For older adults who suffer from nerve pain, particularly sciatica or pinched discs, this practice twice a week can bring dramatic comfort. It's not aggressive. It's not invasive. It's you, steam, breath, and nature doing a gentle dance of healing. You can do this after a walk, before bed, or even during prayer time. No complex instructions, no side effects, just you and the warmth. And in that space, healing begins not as a miracle, but as a slow return to peace. Because sometimes relief isn't about doing more, it's about doing less, more intentionally. Not every remedy has to come with fire and force. Sometimes the gentlest touch carries the most power. Vanilla seed, you may know from tea, holds within it a compound called anethol, known for its ability to ease muscle spasms and soothe inflammation without irritating the skin. This is especially important for seniors, whose bodies are more delicate, who bruise easier, who don't want anything too hot or too harsh. Boil a tablespoon of fennel seeds in a cup and a half of water for about 8 minutes. Strain it, let it cool slightly, then soak a cloth in this warm infusion and lay it gently across the sore part of your back. The effect isn't dramatic, it's subtle. It's like soft music in the background of a stressful day. The warmth allows blood to flow freely, while fennel's natural oils ease cramping, reduce swelling, and encourage movement again. Use this in the late afternoon when fatigue creeps in and muscles begin to clench. Do it while sitting by a window or after your favorite radio program. Seniors who suffer from diffuse back pain, not just one spot, but a general aching through the entire lower region, often find this method deeply comforting. It's also a wonderful way to wind down before bed. No side effects, no irritation. It's an old world herb doing its quiet work. Healing doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. And fennel knows how to whisper well. Everyone knows aloe for burns, but few understand its power for back pain. When pain strikes, it can feel like your muscles are on fire, tight, inflamed, unwilling to move. That's when aloe steps in, not as a bandage, but as a balm. Cut a fresh aloe leaf, scoop out the gel, and mix it with a few drops of lavender oil or coconut oil. Apply this gel directly to your back and feel the immediate cooling sensation. It's like your skin is taking a drink of water after a long drought. Aloe contains compounds like aloin and osmannin that do more than soothe, they penetrate. They reach the inflamed tissues, reduce swelling, and help the skin regenerate from within. For older people with fragile skin or sensitive nerves, this is one of the safest and most comforting treatments available. Use it after sun exposure, after a hot day, or after applying a warm compress earlier. Aloe is not greasy, doesn't stain clothes, and doesn't overpower the senses. It simply delivers calm where it's most needed. Many viewers over 70 have shared that daily aloe rubs have become their new morning habit. A simple ritual that keeps their pain in check without any harsh side effects. It may not be dramatic, but when your back feels like it's burning, aloe is the friend that cools things down, quietly, faithfully, and completely. If you've ever heard of golden milk for drinking, let me introduce you to golden milk for the skin. This is a treatment you've likely never tried, and yet it holds one of the most powerful combinations nature offers: turmeric and milk. Warm a half cup of milk, not to hot, and stir in a teaspoon of turmeric powder until it's smooth and golden. Soak a soft cloth in the mixture and apply it warm to your back like a compress. The milk acts as a carrier. It helps the turmeric sink deeper into the skin, carrying its anti-inflammatory properties straight into the tissues. The seniors who suffer from arthritis-related back pain or those long-term aches that wake you up in the middle of the night will find this technique surprisingly effective. Milk also moisturizes and nourishes aging skin, which often becomes dry or irritated from stronger treatments. Do this at night before sleep, while seated or lying down, and cover the area with a towel to hold the warmth in. Within minutes, you'll feel a shift not just on the skin, but deep within the back muscles. It's as if your spine is sighing in relief. Golden milk isn't just for sipping, it's for soaking. This gentle method, passed down from generations in Ayurvedic tradition, is now here to help you feel comfort right where it hurts. Every drop is a reminder. Healing doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to be consistent. This is the final chapter, the leaf you've been waiting for. Comfrey. Not a miracle, not a gimmick, but a truly powerful healing plant backed by centuries of use and supported by modern understanding. Known for its ability to regenerate tissue, comfrey works not just on pain, but on the cause of pain. A compound that helps cells grow back faster, something incredibly useful when dealing with inflammation, injury, or wear and tear. For people over 50, especially those with past falls, injuries, or diagnosed conditions like osteoarthritis, comfrey offers hope. To use it, take a few fresh comfrey leaves, crush them gently to release their juices, and apply them to your back wrapped in a soft, clean cloth. You can also warm them slightly with steam before applying. Hold it there for 30 minutes, once or twice a day. It's very important to note that comfrey should never be ingested. It's for external use only, and that's where it shines. What makes it different from the other remedies is that it doesn't just soothe, it rebuilds. It has helped seniors who had nearly given up on walking without pain regain some of their strength and confidence. It works slowly, steadily, and safely when used as recommended. This isn't some magic trick. This is nature, working in sync with your body. And if you've made it this far in the video, that means you care about healing the right way, with knowledge, with caution, and with hope. Comfrey is the final leaf in your journey, not to escape pain, but to rise above it, with respect, with consistency, with care. Before we go, let me ask you something. What if you didn't have to wake up afraid to move? What if your evenings ended in peace, not pain? Every remedy you've seen today isn't just a tip, it's a chance. A chance to take your life back one gentle step at a time. You don't need miracles. You need momentum. You need consistency. Above all, you need to believe that healing is still possible at 50, 70, even 90. So if you're ready to take that first real step, let it begin today. Share this video with someone you love. Leave a comment with what you'll try first, and don't forget to subscribe, because your best years can still be ahead. I'll be right here walking them with you.